So I got a question yesterday about playing it safe for those of us who have built something, whether it be a business or some type of process, or even from a family perspective. What do we do when we want to do something that is risky, but we've got something that we're trying to maintain and nurture? And so the question, it was a good question, because it's definitely something that I struggle with, because, hey, I've got a family, we've got a livelihood and a lifestyle that we've kind of built and we're trying to maintain, but you can't just sit back on your laurels, because that puts you at risk too. Not taking risks, not trying new things can also put you in a dangerous situation. So it's a good idea to still do things that might upset the apple cart to a certain degree. Now, what do you do beyond that? What do you do that's beyond that comfort zone? I'm not really sure what to tell you. I would say look at it and really evaluate it against what you're building, because what you're building has to have some longevity. And in order for what you're building to have longevity, you've got to take some risks. Nothing's going to stay the same forever. Markets change, industries change, technologies change, and you will get caught in that obsolete moment where the skills that you've built, the thing that you've built, doesn't conform to the new paradigm. In my case, I'm a software developer, and I've worked with technology for all of my career. And I can tell you there are tools that I worked on earlier in my career that no longer exist. The companies are gone. The support system is gone. All of that stuff is no longer. And no matter how much I want to say, oh, well, I have skills as a Fortran developer, only in a very specific niche situation is Fortran going to help me in my career. Now, is it nice to be able to call on those things to make that call back to something old? Like we were talking about, I think it was like System 204, IBM mainframe stuff a few days ago. And it's like, well, yeah, I remember that, but how often does that really come up? And is that really something that I'm going to need to pull on? But I had to be comfortable with jumping and moving from one company to another, from one project to another, from one technology to another. And so you've got to be able to do that too. So to kind of circle back to the question that was asked, there's still no playing it safe. Even when you've built something that is successful, you still got to be making changes. You still got to be taking risks, because that's the way you got there. You didn't get to where you are by playing it safe. You got to where you are by making a decision, by taking some risks, because making a decision is a huge risk. Deciding that you're going to do a thing, pursue a career, go down a chosen path is risky, because you never know how it's going to turn out. So I know this minute is a little bit longer than a minute today. I'm sure I'll have to cut it down for Instagram, but who cares? Because I think this is important. I think it's important for us to really think about whether or not playing it safe is going to help us in the long run. And I can guarantee you guys that playing it safe is not the way to go. All right. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.